When someone is secretly angry, their words shrink. Conversations that once flowed easily now feel stiff, forced. You'll notice they respond with short answers. Yeah, fine, whatever. It's not what they say, but how little they say. Their tone lacks warmth, their eyes avoid contact, and the silence between sentences grows heavy. People often do this because open confrontation feels uncomfortable. Instead of saying what's wrong, they let their anger leak through subtle emotional withdrawal. They don't want to start a fight. They want you to notice their discontent without them having to voice it. It's a quiet protest, a way of saying, I am upset, but I am not ready to talk about it. The tricky part is this type of hidden anger often leaves you confused. You might wonder if you did something wrong or if they're just tired. The best way to handle it isn't to accuse them but to approach gently. Ask if something's bothering them, because behind those short responses is often a storm waiting to be acknowledged. Sarcasm can be funny, but when it's loaded with hidden venom, it becomes a weapon. People who are secretly angry often use sarcasm as a shield, a way to express resentment without openly admitting it. They might make a joke about something you did, but the punchline hits too close to home. You laugh awkwardly, not sure if they're serious. They'll follow it with, relax, I am just kidding. But their eyes say otherwise. This kind of sarcasm drips with suppressed frustration. It allows them to vent without taking responsibility. If you call them out, they can deny it, claiming it was humor, but sarcasm always carries truth beneath the laughter. It's anger wrapped in wit. If you notice someone constantly teasing you in ways that sting more than amuse, take it as a red flag. It's not humor, it's communication disguised as comedy, and it's their way of saying, I am hurt, but I don't feel safe telling you directly. When anger simmers beneath the surface, avoidance becomes the easiest form of escape. You might notice someone pulling away, ignoring your calls, taking longer to reply to messages, or making excuses to not meet. It's not always because they're busy. It's because seeing you triggers unresolved emotions. Avoidance allows them to maintain control over their anger. Confrontation feels risky. Silence feels safe. They'd rather distance themselves than risk saying something they might regret. It's a form of emotional self-protection, but it punishes you in the process. This kind of withdrawal can be painful because it creates uncertainty. You don't know what went wrong, yet you feel the invisible wall between you growing higher. If you sense this, approach with empathy, not accusation. A gentle question like, did I do something that upset you, can sometimes break the barrier. People avoid what they can't handle emotionally. When anger hides beneath avoidance, it's not rejection, it's fear in disguise. Oddly enough, one of the clearest signs of hidden anger is agreement. When someone suddenly starts agreeing with everything you say, especially if they used to challenge you, it can be a mask for resentment. Instead of arguing, they stay silent or say, you are right, in a flat tone, but their body language betrays them. Crossed arms, tight lips, lack of eye contact. This passive compliance is not peace. It's emotional surrender. They've decided that expressing disagreement isn't worth the effort, so they let their frustration simmer internally. This behavior often appears in relationships or workplaces where the person feels unheard or powerless. They stop fighting back, not because they've forgiven, but because they've given up trying. But that unspoken anger doesn't vanish. It grows quietly, waiting for the right moment to explode. True harmony isn't built on silence. It's built on honesty. When someone agrees too quickly, look deeper. They might be hiding a heart full of unsaid words. Hidden anger often dresses itself as politeness. You'll hear compliments that sting. You actually did a good job this time. Or I wish I had your confidence to wear something like that. These are backhanded compliments, designed to look kind but feel like a slap wrapped in velvet. People use them when they're upset, but don't want to seem confrontational. It lets them express hostility under the cover of humor or civility. The tone is friendly, but the intent is bitter. It's a subtle way to reassert power, by making you second-guess the sincerity of their words. If you find yourself confused after being praised, you've likely just encountered this behavior. The key is to recognize the difference between genuine praise and disguised resentment. True compliments make you feel appreciated. Backhanded ones make you feel uncertain. The moment you sense that difference, you'll see the truth their smile hides. Laughter can be one of the safest masks for anger. When people are secretly angry, their jokes can become sharper, personal, pointed, and cutting. They'll mock something you are insecure about, then laugh like it's harmless fun. But humor rooted in hidden resentment isn't harmless. It's calculated, every word chosen to sting without crossing the line of open hostility. It's how they release tension without being accused of being mean. This kind of humor reveals more about what they feel than what they say. It's passive, aggressive communication, wrapped in laughter. You can sense it. The air feels colder after their joke, and everyone else grows quiet. When humor consistently targets you, the best way to respond is calm honesty. Tell them, "That felt a bit mean," and watch their reaction. True friends will apologize. The angry ones will double down. When someone keeps digging up old arguments, it's a sign their anger never truly faded. They might say they've moved on, but their words tell another story. They recall old mistakes at random moments, weaving them into unrelated conversations, subtle reminders of unresolved pain. To them, the past is a weapon and a shield. It allows them to justify their bitterness and regain emotional leverage. This behavior often shows up when forgiveness was forced or insincere. The person never felt truly heard, so their mind replays the old wounds. It's not revenge they seek. It's validation. If this happens, it's a cue that healing never took root. Instead of defending yourself, ask what part still hurts. Sometimes, people don't need you to fix it. They just need you to listen to the pain that never had closure. Words lie. Bodies rarely do. When someone is secretly angry, their body tells the story their mouth won't. They might avoid eye contact, cross their arms, or lean away subtly when you talk. The energy shifts. It feels colder, heavier, tense. Micro-expressions betray the truth. Tightened lips, clenched fists, or forced smiles that don't reach the eyes. These signs appear unconsciously, because emotions live in the body first, language second. If someone once seemed open and relaxed around you but now feels guarded or stiff, it's not random. Something's changed internally, and their silence, combined with defensive posture, is the body's version of saying, "Stay away." The best way to read hidden anger is to observe, not assume. Their words might sound fine, but their body will whisper the truth. Over-politeness can be more than manners. It can be emotional armor. When someone becomes unusually formal, addressing you like a stranger, it's often their way of creating distance. By being polite, they don't want to risk conflict, so they hide behind formality. The tone feels professional, detached, as if emotion has been replaced by script. This shift is often subtle but telling. You'll sense that warmth is missing, replaced with robotic niceness. They might use your full name, avoid humor, or stick strictly to factual conversation. It's not courtesy, it's containment. They're trying to stop their emotions from spilling out. And the more polite they become, the angrier they're likely feeling beneath the surface. Tone is the soul of communication. When someone's angry but trying to hide it, their tone cracks first. You'll notice tension in their voice, sharper words, heavier sighs, or a forced calmness that feels fake. They might still say kind things, but the delivery carries weight. You can feel the irritation even when they deny it. That's because tone reveals what words conceal. Hidden anger often lives in the spaces between. In pauses too long, laughter too hollow, politeness too controlled. You sense they're restraining something beneath the surface, something waiting to erupt. When tone and words don't align, always believe the tone. It's the emotional truth peeking through the mask of self-control.